What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. Amron. It's Friday night. I decided I'd hop on here. We do a nice little stream. Feels like it's been forever since we've done a rookie mock draft, and I think it'd just be fun to hop on here, do a couple rookie mock drafts, and just kind of get a feel for sort of the current landscape. Some things get shifted around. I'm trying to think of like somebody who's like really rising right now, but I can't think of it. I guess Hendon Hooker, but I don't really think I would consider Hendon Hooker in there. But yeah, I just wanted to hop in here, do some rookie mock drafts, have some fun, make some picks, see sort of where we're at on the rookie class 2 weeks out from the NFL draft. And if you guys want to ask me Dynasty questions, redraft questions, whatever you guys want, let me know. How are we today? If you're in here, say what's up, leave a like on the video. How are we? Ronathem Stewart. Yeah, you guys can join on Sleeper. I just got to make it on Sleeper real quick. Which, of course, I'll be doing that in a timely manner. In the most timely of manners. But how are we doing today, fellas? It's been absolutely beautiful weather in New Jersey. I don't really know what's going on here. How is it by you guys? It's almost been too hot. Like, I'm recording this right now with light in my face, and, like, I'm sweating, and it's, like, 8 p.m. in April. I don't really understand what's going on there. Yeah, Mims is rising. That's a good one. We got Christian in here. I'll answer this question in a second, Sean. I just kind of want to get everybody set up. You said, yo, Ron, loving the Brodeur jersey. That's where the 30 and Pigeon 30 comes from. Love to see it, man. I go to something I don't really talk about hockey much. Like, I would say, man, in terms of like being a fan, like I would say, of course, the Jets are way up there, and then like I kind of ride for the Knicks and I kind of ride for the Devils, and it's not really, like I can name you some Devils players, but I like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not anywhere near as diehard as a fan, but I've been to a ton of Devils games. Me and my boy, we go all the time. And they're doing so well right now, and they're in the playoffs. I'm just keeping it up for the good vibes until they get knocked out of the playoffs, to be honest with you. But this is like the first time the Devils have been relevant during like my adult life. We got Trey Cobb in here. Dude, that's an OG name, Trey Cobb. What's going on, brother? That's an OG right there, Trey Cobb. Fantasy Football Garage in here. How can I join? I'm going to drop a link. I'm making it right now. I'm kind of being an idiot. Devils in 5. Love to see it, bro. Love to see it. Everybody's got beautiful weather where they're at. Okay. Been nice in Wisconsin. Okay. Listen to a lot of Ron Stewart on Spotify. I appreciate it. I know I've been told in the past that the Spotify link doesn't work, but I think it does now, which is nice. I'm taking my sweet time making this rookie mock, fellas. I'm sorry. But I like gassing you guys up. I like having some preamble. And if you can't see her, but Winnie's asleep in the background, just snoring away on her blanket. So we'll make it a 4-round draft. Let me get everything zoomed in correctly. All right, I'm just going to link in a second. It's just going to be a link. I'm not really going to title it or anything. All right, there you go. That's fair, but Brodeur's to go. I was actually looking up the other day. I was too young to really enjoy Brodeur and stuff, but it's crazy. What is he the? I think he holds the record for like most wins in the NFL for goalies, or maybe like across the board. I'm not sure. We got Brock in here. How are we doing? Mingo, yeah, I would say Mingo is a guy who's rising right now. Let me show the screen. By the way, I have a really fun video tomorrow. I know Zach Monty's in here. I pretty much talked through all the Dynasty trades I did earlier in the week. So our little trade with Josh Allen will be featured on there. Hold on, I don't like the way that this looks. All right, then that looks. Can we go one more? Can we go one? No. All right, I think that looks good. How are we though? How is everybody doing, man? It just feels good. I'm in Philly on holiday. Okay, that's a interesting place to spend your holiday. But I guess Philly's nice. I'm kind of joking around there. Like the Yankees or the Mets. Not big into baseball, but if I had to rep one, it would be the Yankees. Let me, as a Jets fan, give me one As a Jets, Devils, Knicks fan, give me one like bandwagon fan. Like I don't watch baseball till the playoffs. Now I will say I did the underdog baseball draft, so put some respect on my name. Now I'm gonna randomize it. I know that you just said you got the 103. You do not have the 103. You have the 103 right now until I randomize it, my brother. I hate to do that to you, but that's how that works. All right, we're going to start this up. 60 seconds. Superflex tight end premium. No landing spots. I feel like it gets too complicated. Oh. Why did team... Oh, okay. Okay. All right, we're starting her up. Now, I'm just doing this off vibes. I don't even have, what am I trying to say? I don't even have, rankings pulled up or anything. Trey Cobb, hell yeah, definitely my favorite YouTube channel. You're a demon. Thank you, man. That's an OG right there. I love when the OGs from the early days pop out and say what's good. We have the Sultan of Swag in here, Ron Corleone. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding? Yeah, just give me JSN. I'll take JSN at 105. This is pretty cookie cutter. Dude, I'm starting to think, man, when I think through draft scenarios, dude, I'm starting to think that it wouldn't shock me at all if Will Levis went QB2 off the board, man. It seems like the NFL is going to like Will Levis a lot more than us. Addison here at 1.6 is interesting. Got Levis at 108. Yeah, it's a great pick. Even with Quentin Johnson still on the board. Wow. Dude, I'm telling you, this is going to happen in leagues too, man. You're going to get Quentin Johnston, a guy who is literally like 0.2 away from being a legendary wide receiver in terms of relative athletic score. And you're going to get him at the back end of the first. I think he's going to slip to 110, 109 area a bunch. What else we got in here? I had somebody asked me a question. What wide receiver can I buy that is on the younger side for 110 and 111? So if you were to bundle them together, on the younger side, yeah, I don't mind Treylon Burks. Oh, this is Snake. Let me pause it. My bad, fellas. My bad. Let's go linear. Boom. Completely cucked T-Money there. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's tough. I honestly don't love combining those two. Like, I would want to add another piece to get, like, a truly elite asset. I wouldn't just want to take 10 and 11. I think you might just be better off spraying and praying with, like, two of these wide receivers instead of your, like, Burks, Pickens types or whatever. Because they're all pretty similar tier of prospects. Maybe Burks just ahead, but Burks' year one wasn't amazing, you know? What else we got in here? Ron, guy in my Dynasty League is hounding me to trade Brees and T to him for Garrett Wilson and ETN. I have the 101 and I'm ready to win it all. CD and Waddle are my wide receivers. So he wants you to trade him, Brees and T, for Garrett Wilson and ETN in return. Man. I don't hate it. I see a bigger gap between from Wilson to T than I do from Brees to ETN, but I don't love it. Like, it just feels lateral to me. Like, I don't usually do a trade like that where it's like running back wide receiver for running back wide receiver, and they're all kind of in the same area. I think you could probably not pull the trigger on that and not really regret much. So we have Tank Bigsby, Michael Mayer go, Hyatt, who I think is actually who's falling a good bit. He's falling for me too. His pro day numbers came in, they weren't that great. I'm just not convinced anymore that Sean Tucker's going to go day 2, guys. I'm just not. Is Mims gone? Could go Mims. I need round 2 draft capital for Mims for it to really be worth it, though. You know what? Give me Mims. I like Mims, man. I like Mims. I really don't see I really don't see a huge gap between like Mims and Flowers, to be honest. I think they're all golds for me, even Addison. What else we got though? Who have you guys been sort of feeling good about? I think Tank Bigsby's one that's been coming up. I know Bean Counter and Jacob Sanderson have been really pumping up the Tank Bigsby hype train. So I definitely get it. I definitely get it with Tank Bigsby. I'm coming around on him. I liked him a lot early on. Then the RS grades just kind of had him as a silver and just kind of like this, the same tier as everybody else. But I do get the appeal. What, like 6 foot, 210 pounds, catches passes. Kind of the Cam Akers trait where offensive line and just the whole team sucked, and he was kind of just a one-man show there. Broke out early, catches passes. So, I mean, he's interesting. And apparently his pro day time was a lot better than his combine time. So I don't really know what you want to do with that information, but that's what it is. Yeah, Levis at 108 is so nice, dude. So nice. I don't even really love Levis the prospect, but if he's going to go like top 12 of the NFL draft and be a quarterback that's mobile and has all the tools and a huge arm, I'm going to have to take that. I was actually looking through, and you'll see this in the video that I'm going to post tomorrow. I recorded that this morning. I went through a startup I did in like 2020. It was like one of the first startups I did. It was like a Reddit startup with a bunch of randoms. And like I think Justin Herbert went at the 7-10. Rookie Justin Herbert was the 7-10 in a superflex startup. Now, that was a different time when quarterbacks weren't nearly as highly coveted. I tweeted out like what the first round looked like. And the first round was only 4 quarterbacks. I think it was Mahomes. I think it was Mahomes, Lamar, Kyler, Deshaun. Those are the only 4 quarterbacks in the first round. You had like guys like Zeke and McCaffrey and Saquon, Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Chris Godwin was in there, Michael Thomas, Hopkins. You want to take CJ at 101 but didn't want to ruin y'all's draft? I appreciate it. Your team money in this draft, noticed it wasn't linear and you didn't want to draft until you change it. Yeah, I appreciated that. It seemed like team money was holding off there at the end. All right, so we're in the 3rd round here. And you guys are out of your damn mind if you think I'm not taking Darnell Washington in the 3rd round. I was debating Darnell Washington at 205, dude. Eckler or Kupp? Give me Kupp if we're assuming like redraft. I think probably across the board I'll take Kupp though. You're a big Chase Brown fan? Yeah, Chase Brown looks fun. Chase Brown looks like a good guy. He might surprisingly get day 2 draft capital, Chase Brown. It wouldn't shock me. Who else is on the board here in the 3rd round? Jaden Reed is a guy who's been getting buzz recently. If he goes day 2, I think he becomes a silver. So he's like interesting. Like I don't mind once like the 3rd round hits in rookie draft if you want to take a stab at any of these guys that are sort of like, I don't know, if they pop out to you. I'm not going to have a ton of them, but I get the appeal. If you're a QB with good draft capital and you go top 10, I'll take you early. Justin Herbert. Yeah, exactly. Like, even as much as, like, I put all of this effort into the model and everything, like, even then, quarterback position is so... It's first of all, it's a small sample. And second of all, it's so random. In the upside, like, the upside trumps all with quarterback. Nothing else. You know, first round is going to have 8 to 10 quarterbacks in it, startups. Having a quarterback gets you into that conversation. Now, I also want to ask you guys, any of you guys out there that are Jonathan Mingo guys, do you mind selling me on Jonathan Mingo? He doesn't really pop from the numbers side of things. I don't watch film, but he doesn't really pop on the numbers side of things. I'll say that. In your mind, when is the best time for rookie drafts? Probably right after the NFL draft. Like, I would say probably if the NFL draft wraps up on Sunday, I like the idea of like maybe starting it like that following Thursday and, you know, let everybody sort of like do their own research, put together rankings over the next, 4 or 5 days. Maybe you give them a week. I think that's the play. But I know some guys are sickos, and I have some leagues too where that's how it works, where you just pick up and draft like literally as soon as day 3 is done. It's close for me between A.T. Perry, Parker Washington here. And then also, I do like Kenny McIntosh, Deuce Vaughn. Man, I think Kenny McIntosh is going to get drafted higher than we would like him to go. Give me Deuce Vaughn, man. Give me Deuce Vaughn. Even with day 3 draft club, I think he comes out as a silver. He's very interesting. He kind of feels like Kenneth Gainwell to me in like a good way. Kenneth Gainwell in a good way. It's like a good profile, even if they go day 3. Pass catching profile. Plays special teams, which is nice, which is something that Darren Sproles did. We'll see. For a 4th round price tag, I'll take a swing. I'll take a swing on Deuce Vaughn every time. He might be really fun. Yeah, dude. With the weather, like bugs have been down here, dude. You don't even know how many like bloodlust missions I've been on where I'll just be chilling down here and I'll just like the episode from Breaking Bad where I'll just like hear a fly, just take off my shoe, and then just start hitting the aimbot and just go into town on these things, dude. It's insane. It's insane. We're working in the elements in the basement, dude. That fly was lucky that I didn't. This is insane. This is insane. All right, I was gonna kill that fly, but I guess not. What else we got going on in here? Let me read through some of these. I always get this damn question about crunchy or smooth peanut butter. I don't really have a preference. Um, Traded the 102, 109, 212, and Christian Watson for 101 on Amon-Ra. It's a steep price, brother. It's a steep price, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I would say that's like about a wash at best. You're not a Mingo guy, but what I've heard, he has good efficiency deep. He has good yak. So he's good at what fantasy likes. Okay, I sort of get it. Yeah, like it just sounds like he's a shittier version of like AJ Brown. Like a really like almost like if AJ Brown was like a shitty version of Laviska Shenault, like that's kind of what Jonathan Mingo feels like. All right. So this next one, should we do a one quarterback draft? Would that be fun? I don't really know. Somebody was saying maybe we should do a one quarterback one. What do we think, fellas? I got time for un mas. Un mas. Yeah, big yak. It seems like he's a big slot guy with yak, so that's fun. Will we get your ranking straight after the NFL draft so it lines up before our drafts? The goal is the Saturday night of the NFL draft wrapping up to have rookie rankings out for you guys on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Ron Stewart. So that'll all be there. Who did the Devils play first round of the playoffs? It's the Rangers. So there's a lot of hype right now. The tickets are insane, but I think me and my buddy are going to fork up some cash and go just because, dude, Newark sucks. Newark is a place in Jersey, and it is a hellhole. It is a hellhole. It is the most ran down, disgusting armpit of Jersey, to be honest with you guys. But Prudential is really fun. The games at this arena is fun. Everybody just absolutely lives and dies by the Devils. So it's going to be fun having the Rangers versus Devils, sort of what do you want to call it? Like a Subway series. I don't really know if they have a name for it. You need to know my tiers before I draft. Trust me, they'll be out. They'll be out the Sunday night. But what do we think? One quarterback? Two quarterback? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? All right. I'm probably going to back out of here and make a new one. What do we think? One quarterback or Superflex? I feel like we just did Superflex. Maybe we can do one quarterback this time. I'm open to whatever. Oh, boy. Maybe I'll run a little Polsky. Give me 2 seconds real quick. We'll run a poll. I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. Run that poll up. Run that poll up. Seems pretty split. So a lot of like Mingo has like great size. He's good at yak. Yeah, that sounds better, but it just doesn't seem like a steal, It seems like you paid sticker price for both. Watson and 212 for Amon-Ra is actually a nice price. So I'll take your side. I'll take your side. 102 and 109 sounds about right. Watson and 212 sounds a little bit cheap for Amon-Ra. What do we think of the 102 and a 24 first for Lamar? Oh, I'm into that. I'm into that for sure. We got 23 votes right now. Everybody's kind of saying Superflex, guys. I'm sorry. But everyone's kind of saying Superflex here, guys. Yeah, I hate to say it, I don't have honestly, the only Dynasty League that I've ghosted, or not ghosted, but have orphaned my team and left. It was the first Dynasty League I've ever been a part of, and it was one quarterback. They weren't willing to change Superflex. I just don't like one quarterback Dynasty, to be honest with you guys. All right, so everybody's saying Superflex. Let's just run it back up, Superflex. I'm going to send the link in the chat. Copy invite link. Boom. Get you some of that. Would you trade the 101 for the 104 and a 105 in one quarterback league? I would probably not do that. Give me the 101 in a one quarter. Dude, the 101 in a one quarterback league is probably what, like the 103 in a startup? Am I crazy for saying that? I feel like no. All right, seems like we got some new faces in here. Okay. Let's randomize the order and get it going. Shall we? Oh, I got the 4th pick now. That's fun. What else you guys got in here? Did I miss any other questions? You're saying the Rangers are so good, dude. Come on, bro. The Rangers are ass. Nah, they're good. It's going to be a great series. Dude, Winnie is slumped. Dude, let me know if you guys can hear her just snoring, dude. She's sleeping like she pays the bills around here, dude. All right, let's go A-Rich. I'll go A-Rich at 104. I kind of love the 104, but fellas, I got to be honest with you. As every day passes, I get more and more the feeling in my gut, in my stomach, that Anthony Richardson falls in the NFL draft. I really do. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I think I would say 50-50 that he goes top 12 at this point. It wouldn't shock me. It seems like a lot of your very like boomer-ish former NFL exec, Michael Lombardi types don't love him as like a top 10 guy. Oh, change to linear? Good call. I can't believe I made the same mistake twice, dude. I'm not on my game. All right. There we go. Jeez, dude. Almost made the same mistake twice. You said traded Burks for Judy straight up. I feel like it's a wash, but what's your opinion? Probably a wash. I probably prefer Treylon Burks ever so slightly. I just think that there's a little bit more upside there. But that's probably fine. The appeal with Mingo is that he isn't liked and has athletic upside and make it capital. The production is just not there. He might go 2nd round, which is actually interesting. I've seen. Oh my God, chase side all day there. I did a very similar move. I did Garrett Wilson, the 111 and 112 for Jamar Chase the other day. Does having Mahomes make it more or less likely that you take A-Rich? Only other QB besides Mahomes is Carr. It doesn't really matter. I don't really take into account like what my other quarterback. Like, I guess I'd take it in slightly into account, but if my QB2 is a guy like Derek Carr, then I'm loving the idea of taking Anthony Richardson. So let's see. Tank Bigsby's on the board. I would like Tank Bigsby. Let's go Tank Bigsby. I'm coming around to him as the RB4 in this class. I think I'm coming around to him as the RB4, Tank Bigsby. Good call on the linears, fellas. Higgins in the 202 for A.J. Brown. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Any more you'd be willing to throw into the Higgins side to tier up? See if you can get that 202 done. I love the idea of Higgins in a 2nd for A.J. Brown. I wouldn't want to pay much more than that, though. What do you guys feel about Tyjae Spears? He doesn't pop in the numbers, but I completely get the appeal of Tyjae Spears. I don't watch film, but I've seen the clips, and he's a very fun runner where he makes moves that some guys just don't have in their bag, just like crazy cuts and explosion and agility, and it's all really nice. But at the end of the day, he is like 200 pounds, almost on the dot, and he runs a 4.5. So it's like, what does that ceiling look like, you know? I'm not sure. Like, I don't think he's ever a 20 touch per game back. He's kind of better as a pure rusher than he is as a receiver, despite being an undersized guy. So it's like, is he just like a lightning in the bottle, like 12 to 15 touch guy? I don't know. All right, so thank God nobody can hear Winnie, dude. She is. You love the Rangers goalie? I can't even name you the Rangers goalie. Like I said, I don't know puck. What would you value Dalvin Cook at the moment? Is he just a hold or take whatever? Oh, he's just a hold, man. If you have him on a team that's like maybe gonna limp into like if you have him on a team that's like anything but like just like trying to actively and aggressively tank, you just gotta ride him out. Sadly, you sadly just gotta sort of like you sort of just have to see it through. He probably has to retire on your roster unless if he starts scoring points and playing so well that he like somehow holds like a future first value. Then sure, cash out for a first. But for a second with Dalvin Cook, I think I just hold on to him. I think I would. I don't have him anywhere in Dynasty, but if I did, I think I would just hold. Chase and Terry for T in the 101. Ooh, that is weird. Chase is a little bit more than the 101 to me. Probably have to add to the 101 to get the Chase. I think I'd probably take Chase side, man. That's a tough one, Andy. That's a tough one. I maybe lean Chase, but it's really tough. I don't know. All right, let's make a pick here. Actually, hold that thought. Give me Luke Musgrave, man. I think Luke Musgrave is getting way too slept on. I think he's getting way too slept on. I actually love Luke Musgrave. I'm just making sure that there's nothing like hiding. Give me Musgrave. Let me see for a second. Chase and Terry. Chase isn't all that far off from the 101. T and Terry is a pretty big discrepancy. So what, Chase is probably like the 109 on a startup, and the 101 is probably more like the 202. Yeah, probably the 101 side, now that I think about it. Probably the 101 side, but I don't love it. Like, if somebody offered that to me for my Chase, it's not enough of a win for me to want to get off Chase, really. Unless if, like, I don't know, unless if I had, like, another wide receiver. I'm just not really dying to sell Chase for, like, a running back, and T. Higgins, a guy that I don't really want to buy. Just feel Mahomes takes some risk away because if he busts, you still have the best quarterback. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, he's like I think he's like 201 pounds on the dot. He's like 201 pounds on the dot. If Air 15 goes like 19 overall to the Bucks, he prob the 105. Man, he's probably like the 106 or 107. I think if he went 19th, and Levis went, if he went 19th, I would still take him over Levis. If he went 19th, I would take JSN over Richardson. I would take probably Gibbs over Richardson, and then that's it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he'd be the 106 for me. If Air 15, okay, I already answered that. I'm an idiot for that. You will know the Rangers goalie soon. Nah. What's your thoughts on Cedric Tillman? Don't know much about him, but he's up here in rankings. I actually like Cedric Tillman. He's a guy who doesn't pop numbers-wise, but he's this like big physical wide receiver. There's some merit to the idea that his splits, like Jalen Hyatt's splits playing with and without Cedric Tillman are pretty wild. When Cedric Tillman was active, he was more often than not the wide receiver one in that offense ahead of Hyatt. He is like a fifth-year senior. He's dealt with injuries. But he seems like he's almost like, I wouldn't say Chase Claypool-ish, but he's a senior non-early declare that I'm kind of willing to bet on a little bit. He's also has like a first-round grade from Lance Zierlein. Lance Zierlein is very high on Cedric Tillman. I think that he's probably going to go second round in the NFL draft. Lance Zierlein even had him mocked 31st to the Chiefs, so he might even challenge for first round. I kind of doubt that, but he is somebody that I think the NFL is higher on than the Dynasty community. And he is kind of like a bigger X wide receiver, which is sort of rare these days. So I think that he is interesting as like a third. as like a third round rookie pick. I think he's interesting. Got Jaden Reed. Man, I don't even really love Jaden Reed, but like fourth round Jaden Reed, I'm kind of into it. Let's do fourth round Jaden Reed. Why not? What else we got going on, fellas? Rich is a Colt. We'll see, man. Somebody might leapfrog you guys at 3. And it really wouldn't shock me if the Colts saw Richardson and Levis on the clock and they went Levis, man. I really hope Izzy and Kendre get high capital. My favorite mid to late second round rookie RB picks. I agree. Those guys are nice. I like Abinaconda a little bit more. Actually, a lot more, to be honest. Would you trade Jefferson for Garrett Wilson, the 103, the 112? Honestly, I think that's probably a decent package, man, but I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I think I would hold off on that. Like, I don't think it's a terrible price to sell Jefferson for, but I just don't really think that that's worth it. Thoughts on Evan Hull? He's fun if he gets draft capital. Catches passes, freak athlete. I know Noah over at BDG loves him. Yeah, 100%. I think he's going to get drafted. Traded Sam Howell for a 24 second. Honestly, have no idea where it will be. Are you taking that or holding on to Howell and his upside? I'd probably cash out for a 24 second. I would probably cash out for that. I think that's fine. It's nothing crazy, and like quarterbacks can sure make you really regret that pick. But I think that's fine. Where are you ranking Hyatt Downs tier of wide receivers if one of them gets the Chiefs landing spot at 31? Probably right after Addison. Like around that 110 area. 109 probably. I'm an MSU guy. I watch every snap of Reed. He plays way bigger than his size. Poor man's Zay, in my opinion. Yeah, Jaden Reed's interesting. His numbers aren't bad either. He broke out early. Apparently, he played at Central Michigan or Western Michigan, whatever. I think Western Michigan. I think that he played with Sky Moore there. Does the sleeper have college stats? No. But I think he played like ahead of Sky Moore, or like he outproduced Dwayne Eskridge, like one of the two, and he looked good, and then he transferred to Michigan State. So he's interesting. If he gets day 2 draft capital, that's fun. We are in smoke screen season. All the reports at this point are cap. I agree. But also, like, nobody's sure of anything, you know? 101 and A.J. Brown or Mahomes? Oh, Mahomes. Thoughts on Michael Wilson? Kind of like him as a... I hate to rain on everyone's parade, guys. Like, I gotta be honest, like, JSN, Addison, Flowers, Johnston, Downs, Hyatt, Mims, and then a massive, massive tier break to all of these guys, and it's just going to come down to, do any of them get second-round draft capital? Wide receiver, unlike running back. Running back, second round and third round draft capital are pretty comparable. For wide receiver, second round is a lot better than third round draft capital. It's going to come down to who gets drafted in the second round, who gets good landing spots, and it just comes down to who you like. Like, I'm not really attached to any of these guys, to be honest with you. I don't really plan on having a ton of them on my teams. I won't push any of them up into the second round of rookie drafts. Like, every wide receiver after Mims, I'm just not all that excited about, you know? So, like, Michael Wilson especially, like, I don't think I'll have much Michael Wilson. Just because I just prefer to take the running backs. Like, even guys like Eric Gray and Evan Hull, starter goes down. They can be, you know, Khalil Herbert type guys. They can be Ramondre Stevenson type guys. Of course, you know, Michael Wilson can be like, I don't know, like I guess like Romeo Doubs or Khalil Shakur last year. Like, I guess Romeo Doubs would be a good one where he was kind of free. And he's like sort of, you know, panned out for, or not panned out, you know, but he returned decent value, especially if you sold early there. But yeah, man, I just usually sort of stick away from this tier of wide receivers. You're saying that came out yesterday by Matt Miller? That's fair. Where do you draw the quarterback cutoff line in a 101 plus A.J. Brown package? Probably Hurts. Probably Hurts. I think Hurts is where it gets close. I would say Hurts is where it gets close. Like, I wouldn't do it for Allen or Mahomes, but I think after that, it becomes pretty close. Think Zeke get signed? I do. I want the wide receiver the Chargers take in round 2. If the Chargers take like Cedric Tillman in round 2, like that would be really fun. If they take I'm trying to think of some other guys that would be sort of fun. If Jalen Hyatt fell and they took him, that would be kind of fun, like a nice like field stretcher Z type. Now that's gonna do it for us today. I appreciate y'all coming out. I just wanted to do a couple rookie drafts, talk some rookies. We're like 2 weeks out from the NFL draft at this point. Just wanted to get a nice little temperature check on where everybody's at. I appreciate y'all coming out. It's a Friday night. We got basketball on. Got a lot of... Dude, Winnie is no... Should I bring the mic over to Winnie? So that's Winnie's input on tonight, the NFL draft, and that's all you'll get of Winnie. That's all she has time for. I don't have the funds to pay her to give me any more insight than that, but I think that she had some pretty valid concerns about what the Colts might do at 4. But I think she had some great insights there. What are we saying, boys? Now, that's enough of my quick 60-second comedy minute we had there, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Have a good night, and I will see y'all in the next one.